This is the Phillies Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Philadelphia Phillies. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Welcome to the show, everybody. This is Locked On Phillies Postcast on the Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. My name is Mark Farzetta, and it's just wonderful to have you along for the ride, let me tell you. Because I'm glad you're along for the ride. The Phillies' clutchness, certainly not along for the ride of this road trip. And this is what scares the ever-loving hell out of all of us for the remainder of the season. So there's one thing as of right now to take away the two series losses that you have now on this road trip to end the unofficial first half of the season there before the All-Star break. And what that is that Dave Dombrowski needs to get off his arse and he needs to make a deal. He needs to make something happen because this team is not good enough to compete. Now, as we have been saying all season long, I have maintained all season long, this is a playoff team. That doesn't mean much. We're not looking for just a playoff team. We're looking for a World Series caliber team. This team ain't it the way it's constructed right now. Something drastic needs to happen. Max Kepler, blows. Bryson Stott, as of late. Hey, you know what? I love an 8-pitch at bat as much as the next guy, but he has given me Alec Bohm, Alec Bohm April vibes, basically, where you just see him fly out to center field like, oh, God, I can't believe I missed that one. And look, I don't want him to be like, yay, I missed that one. Like, I want him to be upset. But as of right now, he just looks lost at the plate, and he has looked lost at the plate for 2 months, 3 months almost now. It is awful watching this baseball team. The inconsistency is atrocious. And to see them today in particular go out there against Yu Darvish, who, by the way, had nothing tonight. He had nothing tonight. I'm sitting there, I'm watching the game, and in that first inning, I'm going, the velocity obviously is not there. It's usually not there for him anyway, but there's just something that seemed really off with him. Meanwhile, I'm seeing a 17-pitch first inning by Yu Darvish. Phillies can't cash in at all. Kyle Schwarber worked a walk in that first inning, and then Bryce Harper grounded into the inning-ending double play. So that was that. And I was like, all right, well, Darvish doesn't look good. So I got some confidence the Phillies are going to score some runs tonight at least. And they did, 4. But then that was it. That was a hard stop at 4. In the second inning, Bohm gets hit by the first pitch. I love that Wheeler, he absolutely retaliated, by the way. I think that once they realized that Bohm was going to be out for the game, Wheeler absolutely hit a rise on purpose. I have no doubt about that. But anyway, second inning, I'm watching this game. Bohm gets hit. Castellanos comes up there, gets the infield single off of Darvish, where he almost comes up with a miraculous play behind the back, but he doesn't. Throws the ball away. Bohm ends up scoring from second on this play. Castellanos takes second. It's 1-0 Phillies. He just gave you a run. Don't let him up. Don't let him breathe. Keep on hammering here. Bryson Stott steps up, lines out to center field. JT Realmuto gets a double. You get another run here. He gets the RBI there. It's 2-0 Phillies. Max Kepler rolls over on one to first, and then Brandon Marr steps up there, and he ropes one to deep right field. Fernando Tatis is right there to make the play, and that was that, unfortunately. Phillies, I thought, okay, wait, they got 2 runs in that inning. Yu Darvish looks like he doesn't have anything. He's going to be on a short night, short start. They're going to get to him. This is going to be a big offensive day. That's what I was feeling after the second inning. However, third inning, bottom of the second inning, I should say, Jackson Merrill takes Zack Wheeler deep for his first home run since May 27th. Fastball up in the zone. Merrill put a great swing on it. Opposite field, gone. Blind Squirrel finds a 2-run home run all of a sudden. It's a tie ball game. Then they get another run on the Maldonado single to right field. They made it a 3-2 game. Phillies, though, I'm like, all right, you know what? I feel good. I even said, I was watching the game with my father-in-law tonight. I said, you know what? I got a lot more confidence in Zack Wheeler settling in than I do Yu Darvish settling in. So this is going to be a big, I've been thinking it's going to be like a 7-3 Phillies win, maybe 7-4. Bullpen allows a run. It's a 7-4 Phillies victory. Phillies come out in the second inning. Trey Turner goes down, swinging at a sinker, so he sits down. Kyle Schwarber rolls over on a 3-1 fastball, grounds out to first base. Bryce Harper gets a double. All right, runner in scoring position there. Let's go there, Bryce. Way to be, baby. Bryce Harper, scoring position, 2 outs off the base of the wall in right field. Alec Bohm grounds out on a little comebacker to Yu Darvish. Bohm was done after this. But he grounds out on this little comebacker. I think it was on the first pitch, if I'm not mistaken, first or second pitch. And I'm going, do you guys know that Yu Darvish has nothing today? You're helping him out. And this is the only time it really does, not the only time, but it's one of the times it really does bug me about swinging at the first pitch. When a guy is just struggling on the mound, he's struggling with his location, he's not being consistent. Half his pitches were for balls at this point in the game, and you're just helping him out. Hey, you need a life raft? Let me throw it to you. No, you let the guy go down. And the Phillies didn't do that in this particular game. Fourth inning, another example of that. Nick Castellanos grounds out on a 3-2 cutter. Bryson Stott grounds out to second. JT Realmuto actually 3 hits tonight. I'm not even mad at him, not even a little bit. But all in all, I thought this offense had a much better performance in them tonight. But no, they absolutely did not. This was an extremely frustrating game, and the overall message coming out of this game is that Dave Dombrowski has to do something. And to see this type of approach tonight, to see a bullpen that had been, used a lot and used again and then used even more, weathered, I'll even say, after Yu Darvish goes out there today and can't even, oh my goodness, can barely get the ball over the plate with consistency, and the Phillies just let him off the hook, to quote Dennis Green. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. And Edmundo Sosa, a guy coming off the bench, and all of a sudden he's your cleanup hitter. He's one of the only guys that came up with a big hit today to score multiple runs. And that was in the 5th inning. Absolutely terrible. And there are some times where you just got to chalk it. I'm going to say it's not your day. I thought today was not the day of Zack Wheeler. Anytime you give up 2 home runs to Jackson Merrill, who, again, had not hit a single home run since May 27th, you go, yeah, maybe it's just not your day, Zack Wheeler. I was hoping to get through that 6th inning. He got through that 6th inning. I was hoping he'd be able to log his 15th quality start of the season, tied for the most in Major League Baseball. But that second, can't believe I'm saying this, that second Jackson Merrill home run was that killed the quality start, unfortunately. Then you go into the bullpen. I know we could always, bitch about the bullpen, but like Jordan Romano allowed first off, Tanner Banks allowed 2 hits. Brandon Marsh didn't want to throw to third where he didn't think he'd get Fernando Tatis going first to third on this particular ball. I think it would have been close, but I think he made the right decision ultimately. Otherwise, he throws to third. Then you got second and third with 1 out, I think it was in that situation. So that's a bit of a tough one for anybody. Yeah, it would have been 1 out. It would have been second and third with 1 out. Instead, it was first and third with 1 out because Maldonado struck out on a fastball away from Banks before the mini hit parade started there. But Romano came in with runners on first and third with 1 out. He faces Machado. Machado puts it deep to right field for the sac fly RBI that ended up being the difference in the ball game. Then he gets Sheets to strike out. And that was that. That was it for Romano. But it felt like a game that the Phillies were just that 1 hit away from really making a difference, and they never got that hit. And all in all, when you look at the Phillies lineup tonight and what they did, Trey Turner, 1 for 5, 2 strikeouts. Kyle Schwarber, I don't know what he was doing today, but wasn't the best you've seen from Kyle Schwarber, certainly. I was even waiting for just a double. I wasn't even betting on the home run, just a double or something from Kyle Schwarber to help you out. Bryce Harper did get 2 walks in the game today. He did get a hit today, that double that I mentioned earlier, but unfortunately wasn't able to come around and score. Alec Bohm ended up scoring a run, which was good, but was done after that. Edmundo Sosa got you that big hit with the 2 RBIs. Great. Castellanos came up with 1 hit in this one, also scored a run. JT, I mentioned earlier, 3 for 4, so 3-hit day. Max Kepler, worked a walk, Otto Kemp got a base knock for you in the 8th. Nothing after that. And Brandon Marsh, very close today, but close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Brandon Marsh put one on a rope to left field, opposite field. Wouldn't have been a home run, but he just missed it, just under it. And then the swing I mentioned earlier to right field, where he flew out to the warning track, just missed a pitch. This was just all in all a lot of teases in this one, and we're just getting used to, unfortunately, right now with the Phillies, a lot of disappointment. And this is not the way you wanted to see them go into the All-Star break. You want to see some good luck on their side. You want to see maybe Christopher Sanchez go into the All-Star game. Nope, not happening. Love the fact that the Phillies are still giving him $50,000. And by the way, Major League Baseball with the All-Star game, just why I mentioned it, it's dumb. All right, the All-Star game is now dumb. All right, I used to love it. Now I think it's dumb. Like, so wait, you asked him to be an All-Star, and he's like, no, I don't want to pitch. And then you're like, okay, you're not an All-Star anymore. Like, you should still get the honor. Like, guys that go to the Pro Bowl are still Pro Bowlers. Remember the Pro Bowl? Yeah. Like, not that that's the perfect model by any means, but I think that's kind of the way all sports are evolving to, unfortunately. But, okay, we're going to ask you to do it. Do you want to do it? No? Okay, never mind. You're not then. Never mind. I wasn't even interested. I wasn't even being serious. I was just messing with you. Anyway, modern-day Major League Baseball. But this loss, again, extremely frustrated for the Phils and for Phillies fans.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
You guys know I hate doing this, but Jackson Merrill, 2 home runs off Zack Wheeler. Yeah, I think he gets
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
There's a couple of different instances you can look at for the Phillies and a turning point for this game, unfortunately. Jackson Merrill's second home run you can certainly look at to tie things up. You can also go with the most obvious, which is Manny Machado's RBI sac fly to right field that ended up being the game-winning run there to make it a 5-4 game, and that's the way it would end. You can also look at the fact that the Phillies had some opportunities there in the 8th inning with Real Muto getting a 2-out base knock. Just out of reach of Merrill. You get another base knock there with Otto Kemp, so you got runners on first and third with 2 outs. Little mound conference. Brandon Marsh flies out, or pops out, I should say, to shortstop. That was the last-ditch effort there, if you will, for the Phillies. I think I'm going to go with Machado's. In all honesty, I felt like the offense was cooked. Once Jackson Merrill tied it, I went, oh, they're done. They're done. 4-4 ball game? Oh, they're done. Another instance you could also look at was in that 7th inning when Trey Turner got on second base with 1 out. Kyle Schwarber grounded out to second, put Turner on third at least. Bryce Harper worked a walk, first and second, 2 outs. They go to Morgan out of the pen. Morgan faced Sosa, and Sosa rolls over one on a slow roller to Machado. Almost beat it out, but instead Machado did what he did in a couple of different instances today. Close play, and he just put enough mustard on the throw to first to be able to get the out. That's the final turning point, I believe, of the game. As far as what we'll be talking about tomorrow, we'll get into that when we return. This is Locked On Phillies Postcast on the Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. Back after this. You guys have heard me talking about SupplyHouse.com. Get the supplies you need from the site that's made for the skilled trade, Supply House. Whether you're in the plumbing, HVAC, or electrical supplies, Supply House is a reliable way to order products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product info to help you get the job done right, because that is what is most important. Plus, with the complete inventory of over 200,000 parts and 400 top brands, you'll find exactly what you need delivered fast from coast to coast. Join the Trade Master program today at supplyhouse.com/TM. That's supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Use promo code SH5 for 5% off your first order at supplyhouse.com. That's supplyhouse.com. Ever decided last minute to get tickets to a game, concert, comedy show? Game Time app is where it's at. Maybe it's game day. Realize, hey, I want to go to the game. Well, Game Time app has you covered. Game Time makes buying tickets fast and simple. Prices on the app actually drop the closer you get to first pitch, kickoff, tip-off, face-off, the opener, whatever it might be for the concert or comedy show. Game Time is the official ticketing partner of Locked On MLB, making it easy to browse the app for exciting upcoming MLB games. Download the Game Time app today. Create an account. Use promo code Locked On MLB. That's promo code Locked On MLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account. Use the redemption code LOCKEDON MLB for $20 off your first purchase. Download the Game Time app today. The last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. As far as what you'll be talking about tomorrow,
this is what you'll be talking about.
What facelift Dave Dombrowski will give this team. Because you wait to the All-Star break, and it just feels like every other price is going to go up and up and up and up and up, and all these other players. And Dave Dombrowski needs to do something that's going to be somewhat drastic. The Bryson Stott show is not going well at all, even a little bit. So what's the move to be made there? Does Edmundo Sosa go in and become your almost everyday second baseman? That might be difficult considering what could be happening with Alec Bohm. I doubt it'd be anything serious. I haven't seen anything pop up on social media yet from Rob Thompson after the game talking about the severity of Alec Bohm's injury that he left the game with today. Sosa was the guy, again, that came up with your biggest hit of the day. Is it finally a big trade? Is it the idea that was floated out, not report, by Jeff Passan for Stephen Kwan of the Guardians, Emmanuel Clase of the Guardians? Do you pull the trigger on that deal? Would you part with your three best prospects when you talk about Andrew Painter, when you talk about Aiden Miller, when you talk about Justin Crawford? For me, I'd love to see Justin Crawford up here at the major league level trying to help you right now. Potentially moving Brandon Marsh over to left field and then having Justin Crawford in center field. Either way, I would love to see him at the major league level. But right now, Rob Thompson, this team has told you who they are. They are not a contender. Just being a playoff team does not mean you're a contender. Oh, we just get to the playoffs. Anything can happen. Yeah, that's true. But wouldn't you want to try to solidify as much as possible what could happen? You know, where you win and your offense is consistent. And you don't hit 5 home runs in a World Series game and they get shut. Excuse me, did I say shut out? I meant no hit the next day. All right, that's how I feel. Let's see how you guys feel about this one. Let's get into the chat and see how you guys are feeling on this terrible night. Graham Francis, I wouldn't want Castellanos at the plate with runners on, needing him to hit to win a World Series. Incredibly frustrating player with the bat in his hand. The craziest thing about Nick Castellanos, and I think the reason people are so down on him always, more than anything, is he swings at the first pitch a lot. Even though he's really good when he swings at the first pitch, people hate that. It's like they go right back to their Little League coach. Don't you dare swing at the first pitch. Like, I get why that's a thing in Little League. I don't get why it's such a big thing in Major League Baseball. John, what's up, John? So a guy who hasn't homered since late May 27th, Jackson Merrill, homered twice. Would have been the hottest pitcher in baseball. West Coast horror show. Fair. Jess Patrick runners on first and second, 1 out, tied at 4. Now Meatball Romano delivers the go-ahead run. I ain't even that mad at Jordan Romano. He's going home to Deborah, and she's saying it's not your fault. He's like, I know. All right, sorry. Fun fact. With Marsh in the lineup, Phillies are 210 and 171. With Rojas in the lineup, Phillies are 144 and 100. I've gone cross-eyed. Morgan Landy, I'm at the game. Oh, that's awesome. I'm at the game. There are way more Phillies fans here than Padres. Yeah, Phillies fans really love going out there. Some idiot wearing an Ozzie Smith Padres jersey to try to feel important. He is not. There you go. Looks like Bryce is back to sucking. John, I think I delivered that line well there. Yeah, that ends. Thank you for bringing that up. So, yes, he got a double today. He worked a couple of walks today. Did he think he was getting a first pitch fastball from Estrada? Because he threw him, and I want to make sure I got this right, because the gentleman on the broadcast today, I did hear him mention it, and I went, what was that? Hold on. Do I have it here? Yeah. Now listen closely, folks. Here we go. Real close. Let me get the microphone. Ready? Chitter. CH. Chitter is what Estrada throws. The combination changeup and splitter. Yeah, it was pretty frustrating. And Bryce Harper swung at it like it was going to be a fastball. Did he think he got an 82-mile-per-hour chitter from Estrada? Funny. Never mind. All right, not going to make that joke. Freezer, what's up, Freezer? How you doing? Freezer 78. Oh, Freezer 78. Hello. This is absolutely terrible. How in the world Can we not get any clutch hits by the top of the order? Same old story, too. Can't score with runners in scoring position. Just awful. Yeah, 3 for 13 with runners in scoring position. That's not good. Why do you make him pitch 6 innings? He pitched 9 innings in the last game. He must have been tired. I have no issue with Zack Wheeler going out there for the 6th inning. Like I don't. There's no one in the bullpen that I want to come in. Like I don't. I would have thrown him 150 pitches. He's going to be off for a week. Seabrook 9, hello. All we can hope for is that they keep losing, so trades have to be made. Same team for. In all honesty, I really think Polar Buck. Yes, I was sort of raging. That's why I was late. I appreciate it. In all honesty, I think one of the things that absolutely has to happen is Rob Thompson has to be on the hot seat. I know every time the Phillies have gone through a lull, I say Rob Thompson's managing for his job right now, and he absolutely is. This Phillies team, they get swept by the Padres tomorrow. You have a 1-5 West Coast road trip for the All-Star break, where, by the way, the Mets won today, so they took over first place. You got to reevaluate things. I'd rather them struggle now going into the break where everyone has to sit and wait and watch this and go, okay, well, what do we do? I'd rather them be bad, right? In all honesty, I don't want them to win tomorrow. I want to be as close to rock bottom as you could be going into the All-Star break. So Dave Dombrowski has to really consider moves he has to make. I'd love to see Quan on this team. Man, everybody moves down the lineup one other than Trey Turner, potentially. Obviously, I'd love to see Emmanuel Clase in the Phillies bullpen. That'd be amazing. The only prospect that would sting is Justin Crawford. I don't want to move on from Justin Crawford. And maybe the Phillies will be able to protect him. I doubt it, but maybe. But Dave Dombrowski certainly needs to make a move. Most KGB officer. I want to ask the questions. Most unclutched team in the majors. Certainly feels like that. John, please bring up Crawford. He can't be worse than Marsh, Rojas, and Crybaby Max. Larry Hawk. Hey, Larry. Padres definitely have more juice. They absolutely do. As far as he quit too. It was a little longer getting to the show today. I apologize. Sir Sketchable, Farsdog, back in Bucks County visiting for 2 weeks. I can feel the Phillies vibes around town, even though they're really grinding my gears so far this trip, right? So, Tommy Shrove, Otto Kemp in left field, Crawford to play center field, spend the rest on the bullpen. So, you trading Marsh then? Because I know this is hard for a lot of people to admit, including myself. Marsh has been one of your most consistent and best hitters for 2 months now. I wouldn't mind Brandon Marsh sticking around to either be whatever they feel, wherever they feel Justin Crawford will be the best. Brandon Marsh plays the other spot. Joseph Grillo, hello. Pitching isn't stellar. We have no path to victory. True. 4 runs feels like a lot for the Phillies, does it not? It absolutely does. 2 consecutive series losses, says Chris Moore. This team sucks now. You know what we need? We need Buddy Christ. That's not what's in. Thank you, Buddy Christ, for remembering that. Buddy Christ, do you have a favoritism at all for the Padres? Because, you know, they're the Padres. You know what I mean? Their mascot is a friar, I believe. Have a cigar, young Farzetta. Thank you. I wish I could right now. They stink. Yes, they do. Jennifer Sanchez, Phillies better win tomorrow. Jennifer, I'm telling you, just hear me out. I'd rather them lose tomorrow. By like a 2-1 loss. I'd rather that happen. So that you go into the offseason, or you go into the offseason. Jeez, oh, am I thinking ahead? You go into the All-Star break going, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Oh, that's very nice. Fitness Rebel 85. Hi, Farzy. Love the post-game recap. My sister watches you in the mornings and loves when Lil Toots hops on. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, my daughter crashes. Literally, my daughter crashes into my own personal daily podcast. I do it before 76ers, Locked On 76ers. But yeah, I never plan it. She just can't help it. She is my daughter. Sees a microphone, has to say something. KGB officer Byron Buxton just had to hit for the cycle to up his trade value. All right. I'll listen to that. 824 Baj. They are a heartless team. They deserve to lose. Well, tomorrow that just might go down. Thanks, everybody. Oh, let me get one more here. V Win was up. This team does not have a lineup to win a World Series. I concur. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is the Phillies Postcast on the Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. I got you covered each and every day for your Locked On Phillies Postcast. Connor Thomas has you covered each and every day for your Locked On Phillies Daily Podcast. So make sure you guys like and subscribe to Locked On Phillies right here on the Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. And while you're at it, sorry, KGB officer Farzi, I'm tweaking the you-know-what out. I know. I'm with you. John Messina, we need help. Yes, we absolutely do. Again, thanks everybody in the chat. Here's so like and subscribe to Locked On Phillies YouTube channel. Like and subscribe to Locked On 76ers YouTube channel. Yours truly and Keith Pompey. We do the Locked On 76ers daily podcasts on the Locked On 76ers YouTube channel. So make sure you guys check that out. And check out Locked On Eagles YouTube channel as well, where yours truly, Louis DiBiase, Harry Mays, and Jason Martinez give you twice a week a Locked On Eagles Squad Show podcast as well. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Back with you guys tomorrow, hopefully after another Phillies loss, and Dave Dombrowski really has to make some decisions. See you guys then. Have a great rest of your night. Bye.